India and Russia shares a strong military and diplomatic relationship which started due to inclination of major leaders such as Jawaharlal Nehru, Bhagat Singh and many more towards the communist model of Russia in pre-independence era. It had officially started on August 9, 1971 when both signed the Treaty of Peace, Friendship and Cooperation. This Indo-Russia relationship is termed as Special and Privileged Strategic Partnership. Annual summit between Indian Prime Minister and Russian President since 2000 makes our partnership even more special. Our Foreign Minister Dr. S. Jaishankar says that the ties between India and Russia are the most stable in the history of international relations. We have a governing body known as India-Russia Intergovernmental Commission that conducts affairs regarding both the countries. Both the countries are the member of UN, SCO, BRICS and G20 and they stand by each other whenever needed. Our relationship has been built on five major components that is politics, defense, nuclear energy, anti-terrorism and space. Let's discuss at each front one by one.
Talking about the political relations, a major political initiative between India and Russia started after the collapse of Soviet by signing strategic partnership in 2000. 2019 saw Putin award Prime Minister Narendra Modi with the Order of St. Andrew the Apostle, Russia's highest state decorum. Russia has been vocal about supporting India's seat at United Nations and Security Council. Russia has shown interest in joining SAARC with observer status. The Indo-Soviet Treaty of Peace, Friendship and Cooperation was a treaty signed between India and Soviet in August 1971 that specified mutual strategic cooperation. Further, in the case of Ukrainian war, Indian Prime Minister Narendra Modi has stated that India's position in Ukrainian war is clear, transparent and consistent. He emphasized the need for dialogue and diplomacy to resolve the conflict and expressed India's willingness to support efforts to bring an end to the conflict.
US and China had a significant impact on relationship between India and USSR during Cold War. At that time, US was a major supporter of India's rival Pakistan and provided it with military and economic aid. This put pressure on India to maintain a close relationship with the USSR. China was also a rival of the USSR and its growing power in the 1960s and 70s led India to look to USSR for support. The two countries signed a number of agreements on military and economic cooperation and Russia became India's largest supplier of army. The close relationship between India and Russia was not without its challenges. The two countries had different views on a number of issues including Vietnam War, Soviet invasion of Afghanistan. They were united by their shared opposition to US hegemony and their relationship remained strong.
India and Russia shared a long-standing collaboration in the space sector. While it is easy to label the race between Chandrayaan-3 and Luna 25 as a competition, the two countries have a far bigger history of cooperation in space. India's first satellite, Aryabhat, was launched by the Soviet Union in 1975. Only one citizen has ever flown to space. Rakesh Sharma flew to Salyut 7 space station in 1984. In 2004, the two countries signed a protocol to boost cooperation in space. Chandrayaan-2 was initially supposed to be a collaboration between India and Russia. However, Russia withdrew from designing the lander rover for Chandrayaan-2. Also, 4 astronauts who will be the part of India's first crewed space mission, Gaganyaan, have been trained in Russian faculties. Even as recently as 2021, a joint statement prepared by the two countries agreed to increase cooperation between ISRO and Roscosmos in various domains.
India and Russia have a long-standing and robust defense relationship that has spanned several decades. This relationship is characterized by strong cooperation in defense equipment procurements, joint research and development, military exercises, and strategic consultation. Both countries have diversified their defense procurement sources in recent years. The strong historical ties, mutual trust, and shared interest continue to drive their defense cooperation. As both nations modernize their armed forces and seek to enhance their capabilities, the defense relationship between India and Russia is likely to remain a significant aspect of their overall bilateral ties.
Russia is an important partner for India in the area of peaceful use of nuclear energy. During 1960s, like the United States, Moscow extended scientific and technical nuclear assistance to India. Russia supplied nuclear reactors and fuel when sanctions were imposed on India for not signing the NPT. Russia agreed to supply heavy water to India for Canadian-built reactors, and throughout the 1980s and 1990s, Moscow remained crucial for the survival of India's nuclear program by supplying fuel during its global nuclear isolation. In 2000, Russia and India signed secret MOU to cooperate on peaceful uses of nuclear energy and for Russia to supply low-enriched uranium fuel for the Tarapur reactor in Maharashtra. In 2009, the two countries entered into an agreement to install 4 nuclear reactors at Kudankulam in Tamil Nadu and 1 in West Bengal. In 2014, Department of Atomic Energy and Russia's Rosatom signed a strategic vision for strengthening cooperation in peaceful uses of atomic energy. An agreement on localization in India of nuclear equipment was concluded during the annual summit in 2015. India, Bangladesh, and Russia signed tripartite MOU for cooperation in Rupur nuclear power plant to undertake atomic energy projects into the third world countries.
Talking about trade relation between India and Russia. Russia has become one of the India's top 5 trading partners for the first time after USA, China, UAE, and Saudi Arabia. Despite the Western pressures amid the ongoing Ukrainian war, the trade between India and Russia reached a new high of $39.8 billion in 2022 to 2023, which surpassed the target of $30 billion set for 2025 by Prime Minister Modi and President Vladimir Putin in the last annual summit in December 2021. The increase in bilateral trade coincided with India's large purchase of discounted Russian oil. After the withdrawal of Western firm, Indian business has the opportunity to fill the vacancies in other sectors of the Russian economy, including 5 key areas of potential cooperation: transportation, infrastructure, agriculture, agro-processing, support for small and medium enterprises, digital transformation, and cutting-edge technologies. Besides, 120 Vande Mataram trains will be made in a joint venture between the Russian firm Metro Vagonmaz Mytici and RVNL coach factory plant in Lutu. Both the government have undertaken initiatives to promote bilateral investments and to eliminate trade barriers. This would be facilitated by the trading agreement between the Eurasian Economic Union and the Republic of India. The director of SPIEF, St. Petersburg International Economic Forum, talked about the newly established rupee-ruble trade settlement system, claiming that transaction in national currencies promotes sovereignty and it will help in saving time in post-return.
India and Russia's relation is underpinned by a strong historical foundation, shared strategic interests, and cooperation in various fields. As India seeks to diversify its economic partnerships and engaging with multiple global powers, it must strike a balance between maintaining its traditional ties with Russia and exploring new opportunities. However, balancing interests in global and regional issues while collaborating on international forums can be complex. Competition and diversification of partnerships, evolving geopolitical dynamics, and diversification of economic ties. These challenges require communication, adaptability, and willingness to find mutually beneficial solutions. India and Russia can forge a pathway for sustained collaboration, mutual growth, and valuable partnership in evolving global landscape.
Russia has been a steady and time-tested partner, and as I said, any objective evaluation of our relationship over many decades would confirm that it has actually served both our countries very, very well. So if it has served my country very, very well for many decades, I think you can see the obvious interest and commitment I would have in keeping that relationship strong and steady.